Good day everyone, my name is Aina WAIDA, fourth year Bachelor of Science in Custom Administration. I'll be talking about the Anti-Dumping Act of the Philippines or Republic Act 8752. I'll go through three parts. First, what dumping is and how the law deals with it. Second, a real case involving dump product. And third, my personal take on the role of custom broker in a situation like this. Let's start with the basic idea. Dumping happens when a foreign company sells its product in another country at much lower price than what it normally sells for its own market. Sometimes the export price is even below production cost. It becomes unfair. Local producers are forced to compete with prices that don't reflect the real value of the product. This can lead to a drop in the local sales, job losses, or reduced manufacturing activity, which is where the government has to step in when injury happens. Under RA 8752, four things need to be proven before a dumping case can move forward. The first is the act of dumping itself, which means the export price is lower than the normal value. The second is the presence of domestic industry that produce a similar or like product. The third is material injury or at least the threat of it, things like loss of profit, market shares or production. Lastly, there must be a clear connection between the dump, imports and the harm experienced by local producer. As for implementation, different agencies share the responsibility. The Department of Trade and Industry takes charge of non-agricultural product, while the Department of Agriculture takes care of agricultural items. The Tariff Commission is the one of the holds the formal investigation, looks at the data and determine if the elements of dumping exist. Once duties are approved, the Bureau of Customs is the agency that actually collect them when imports enter the country. To show how this works in practice, one example is the anti-dumping case involving cement from Vietnam. Local cement manufacturers complained that imported cement was entering the Philippines market at unfairly low prices. They submitted their evidence and this triggered a formal investigation. The Tariff Commission looked at pricing, production costs, and the condition of the local industry. Their findings showed the dumping was happening and that it was causing harm to local producers. Because of this, anti-dumping duties were imposed on certain exports from Vietnam, and customs started collecting those duties for local manufacturers, and this helped stabilize their prices and protect their market share. Some groups worried about increased costs for construction, but the main idea was to prevent serious damage to local productions. Now, from the perspective of custom broker, being involved in cases like this means being very careful and responsible. One important rule is making sure all import declaration accurate, including the country of origin, the correct tariff classification, and the actual transaction value. It's also necessary to know which products have anti-dumping duties or ongoing investigations so that importers are aware of the additional charges. And if there are legal questions, the right approach is to follow the formal procedures instead of trying to go around the law. That's how a broker contribute to fair competition and avoid legal problems. Another important responsibility is awareness. A custom broker should know which goods are under investigation or already covered by anti-dumping duties. Importers need to be informed because it affects the taxes they need to pay and the total landed cost of their shipments. If clients have a question, the broker should guide them based on the law, not on shortcuts. For me, respecting anti-dumping rules is just a compliance issues. It's also about fairness. Trade can only work well if everyone plays by the same rules. So part of being a professional in this field is making sure that you don't become an accessory to avoidance or misdeclaration. Instead, you help maintain integrity in the trading systems. In the end, anti-dumping laws exist to make sure that competition stays fair, It's not about blocking imports but also protecting local industry from price manipulate that cause real harm. With agencies like the DTI, DA, Tariff Commission, and Custom working together, the Philippines can enforce these rules properly. And for people entering the custom profession, respecting these rules is part of balancing trade and protecting the country interest. That's all, sir. Thank you.